Good day, my beautiful people. I am Sandra. If you're new here, you're very much welcome. If you're always watching my video, returning to watch my video, thank you all for always tuning in. God bless you. You are super special. And today in my kitchen, we'll be cooking a delicacy known as Ofe Akwu, or also known as banga stew. This stew is eaten with rice or yam. It is super delicious because you can eat this stew every day for a whole year without getting tired. It is that delicious. And it's also very easy to make as well. So join me as I show you step by step way and all the ingredients you'll be needing for this soup. But please make sure you share this video, like this video, and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. The ingredients I'll be using for this recipe are the palm nuts or the banga, the beef. You can use any protein of your choice, and the part I'm using for this recipe is the muscle part of the beef. These are habanero peppers, onion, locust bean known as okwei. This is ehu, that's how they call it, and this is ehu, also known as the calabash nutmeg. And these are the scent leaves, also known as ncha'anwu in Igbo language. Then this is tomato paste. These are the seasoning cubes, salt, ground pepper. This is dry fish. For this recipe, I'm using dry fish, crayfish. To season the meat, I'm adding salt to this beef, seasoning cubes, ground pepper. It's optional depending on how you can tolerate pepper. So I'm going to chop my onions to season that meat. I'll chop my onion and then I'm adding the chopped onion to the meat, and I'll put it in the stove or the gas burner, and I'll allow it to cook for 5 minutes before adding water. Then I'll stir to make sure that all the ingredients are well combined, and I'll cover my pot. I'm using a pressure pot for this to cook the meat. You can use any pot of your choice, but I wanted it to be faster, so that's the reason I'm going to cook this for 10 to 15 minutes. Then in another pot, I'll be boiling my palm nuts. You see it's already boiling. I'll boil it just for 10 minutes and then I'll drain it off with the colander to take off the water. Then with a pestle and in a mortar, I am going to pound. This is the only method I know for now that I can use to pound and extract my juice from this palm nut. And the reason why I'm pounding this is to take off the flesh. You know, the palm nut has flesh, so for me to extract the juice, I have to pound, and then I'm pounding it hot. That's the easiest way to extract the juice well. The palm nut I used for this is a mixture of the agri palm nut and the native palm nut. You can use any one you like, okay? But this is what I bought in the market. And then after pounding and thoroughly, I'm adding hot water, and I'm also going to mix it with a bit of cold water, and then I'll use my pestle and mix this together, to make sure that all the juice is well extracted. So I'm going to do this to get out the juice from this palm nut. And to do this successfully, I'll be using a pot, and then in that pot I'm adding my colander, and then I'm going to drain off the juice, extract the juice with this method. This way, none of the flesh will get into the palm nuts. Okay, that's how I'm going to do this successfully. Remember, my pot is underneath that colander. That is how I'm extracting it. And then to make sure that nothing goes to waste, I'll rinse it out. But remember not to add too much water, because if you add too much water, your banga stew or your offer won't be thick on time. You will have to cook for a long time for it to thicken. So that's the reason why you should be careful with too much water. Okay, but I will, with my hand, because it's still hot, I'm using that plate to be able to squeeze out the, and then the little one remaining, I'm going to extract it from adding water. I'm going to extract and make sure nothing goes to waste. Okay, but also be mindful of water at this point. If you're watching this, thank you for watching, but please make sure also to share this video. Thank you very much. And this is the juice I got from that palm nut. So for me to blend this my crayfish, I have to wash that crayfish, because remember, even before I blended it, I had to pick it to take out. Maybe sometimes you can see pieces of nylon in your crayfish. So to do this successfully, you have to pick it and then wash it to take off the sand. And then here I'm also blending my habanero pepper and my locust bean. Before I grinded this my locust bean, I heated it up for like 3 minutes in the gas corner. Then I blended everything: habanero pepper, fish, and the locust bean known as sauté. That's what I'm blending right now. Then you see with my dry blender, because I'm going to grind my calabash nutmeg and that ihu. That's my dry part of my blender. I will grind this and set aside. Then this is the palm nut juice. That's what I extracted from this, and I put it on my burner now, and it is boiling. Then while it has not even started boiling, but I'm adding my tomato paste. Okay, you can decide not to add your tomato paste. I'm adding this tomato paste so that it will thicken it and it will not lose the taste of the banga stew as well. Then also that pepper mix that I blended, that's the pepper, crayfish, and the ube is what I added to this. And then the other ehuru and ehu that I grinded dry. I'm also adding it at this point, and I'm going to I won't leave the pot. I won't cover the pot. I'll leave it open, because if you leave it open, by chance it's going to the foam will put out the fire. That's the reason why I left it open. Right now in this um bowl, I'm adding my dry fish, and you see I added salt as well and hot water. And you need to wash this properly to take out the sand. Sometimes in the process of doing this, there's drying this fish that we usually buy, dry fish we usually buy in the market, there's sand. So that's what I'm doing. You see my banga is boiling, and I didn't cover it, because if you cover it, it's going to spill, that like I told you before. So make sure not to cover. Then you see my hands can tolerate this water now. So I'm taking out the bones, because it's bad cooking if you eat bones and sand in food. That's why I'm taking all this measure. So make sure to take this measure as well, so that you will have a good meal for your family or whoever you're cooking for. Make sure to share this video as you're watching. Thank you very much. This is what I got already cleaned. This is how I cleaned it. Then I'll add it at this point to my banga guys, on the banga stew that is cooking on the gas cooker. I'll add it now while it is boiling. That's the dry fish. I'm adding my seasoning cubes. salt. Then that boiled meat, I'm adding it now. At this point, I didn't add it immediately. I allowed it to thicken before boiling, because if already boiled, if you don't allow it to thicken, by chance, if you put it already boiled meat, it will get so soft. Okay, so I'm putting it now because my stew has thickened. It's no longer very liquid. So I'm also going to add the meat stock, a bit of the meat stock, not all of it. Then I'll cover to cook for the next 5 minutes. Then that's my scent leaves. So I'm going to pick my scent leaves. You know, this scent leaf is very, very healthy. It helps to clean the stomach. Do you know that? So that's the reason why this soup is super delicious. And the flavor it gives to this soup is amazing. So I'll pick it and also wash very well with salt and water. Please, when you're washing, the reason why you're adding salt to your vegetable when washing is so that all the sand will drain when you put water. You add a bit of salt, not too much salt, okay? You add a bit of salt and then you wash. Because I already told you that when you cook and there's sand, it is bad cooking. So please take all the measures to make sure that there's no sand in your food, okay? So that's why I'm going to take my time and wash. After washing, I put in and I drain the water, and I'm going to shred this scent leaves. I'll shred it. Then I'll add it to my stew. You see, my stew has, if you look at it, even though I haven't stirred, you see that it has thickened, okay? Because if you allow, you have to allow this stew to thicken. If you don't stick it, if it's not thick, you have not cooked your Ofe Akwu well or your banga stew well. It has to thicken a bit. Not that it's going to be too thick. It won't be too thick. It will not be too liquid. Okay, so I'll just, because I put the vegetable, I'll just cook this for the next 2 minutes, and then my stew will be ready. See, I'll open it after 2 minutes. You can see what it looks like. Super, super, super. By now, oh, you need to perceive the aroma coming out from my kitchen. It is amazing. It is out. It is mind blowing. It's something you just need to try. I can assure you that this will be one of your favorite stew. Try to eat this stew. Very delicious. So today I'll be serving this particular stew with boiled rice. Okay, I made my rice super soft and fluffy. So that's my rice. I'm scooping out the stew. You know why I'm not putting it on the rice? I just want to take it and be taking it with my stew and mixing with my rice, because this stew, you need to honor this stew when you're eating it. Is super delicious. I really can assure you this. Please make sure to share this video. Thank you very, very much. Okay, save this meal and you get blessed to your anyone, and then make sure you eat it as well. See you in my next video. Bye bye.